Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, Michelle Edhouse from
Hello.
Rotorua, New Zealand.
Hey, Chrissie. I'm so excited you invited me to come and play with you.
Aha.
What about play? How many of us are willing to have play as a possibility in our lives?
So what does playing mean to you? What do you mean about playing?
Playing means to me about having fun doing whatever I'm doing.
Right.
So, I mean, what if you could play with washing the dishes and that actually keeps the dishes clean?
And that just got the dishes clean.
Yeah, well,
They'd be done like that, wouldn't they?
would be. They would be. I tell you what, um, when I became an adult,
And,
play.
oh dear, yes.
If you were playing, you were being naughty.
Isn't that interesting? Holy moly.
Is
How much have we had that? It's like, and that playing really is creative, isn't it?
it's such a generative energy, and I am so grateful that I've, through using the Access tools, I've been willing to allow myself to play more and more and more and more and more.
Well, for me, it's about being autistic because I've actually given myself permission to be randomity and all over the place and just let go of what, instead of trying to control and be serious and
Yes, that exactly. That
serious and right.
Oh my goodness, how many people watching this notice the change from Chrissie?
Oh
And
because serious really does stop the energy, doesn't it? Holy moly, look how that just poof went like that.
yeah, and it's interesting, like how many, because so now you're switching from the energy of play and generative and randomity to serious.
Yeah.
And actually quite different things, and you can be serious with the play energy.
Oh, yes, you could. Well, how do you do that, Michelle?
And it's to me, it's always been, if you're being serious, there's no play. You get on, you do the job, and
You focus. Just focus, Michelle. Would you please focus? Concentrate, would you? Concentrate.
really,
That is such a stop energy. Whatever.
and my life, and up until I started doing Access Consciousness, was that it was just that stop energy.
Yeah.
Yes, you were sort of renovating a house, and I was being a mum, and it was all very eh, eh, eh. And as I've unlocked all of that using the Access Consciousness tools, I am having fun creating dynamically, and just that whole rigidity in my entire life has just, and yeah,
And your
so,
life's taken off and you stop controlling it.
well, I tell you what, if you do stuff, you don't have videos go viral.
Yes.
So I've tried that. I've tried, okay, now, where do I need to post this video in order for people to see it? Now get the energy of, oh, that was fun. Oh, I had fun with that. Post it up on YouTube. Wake up the next morning, 2,500 views already overnight. And we're now, what, near 2.5 weeks later, and just hitting 180,000 views.
Yay, that's so exciting, Michelle. And you know what? Is there a class there coming up about how to create videos that go viral? That's a possibility, isn't it? Using Access tools as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've used honestly, Chrissie, there is a class coming up, and there's a class coming up wherever you are in the world. The Access Consciousness Foundation class.
Oh my God.
All the tools that I've used to create my business, 28,000 subscribers at this point. As I say, viral videos, all of that stuff. I have used the Access Consciousness tools, and I've used the tools that are in that basic foundation class.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, really. I'm just going to grab a manual actually, just for a minute.
Cleared more and more and more points of view, and the energy pools. Yep. You got to say something, Chrissie, so that the camera comes to you.
Oh, okay. Hello. I'm just putting the manual of the foundation. Foundation, let me just say, the foundation is a 4-day class. It's 4 full, amazing, fun days. If it's not fun, then I don't want to do it, actually. But, amazing, amazing information that comes from Gary Douglas and Dr. Dane here. And it's life-changing, isn't it?
Absolutely. I tell you what, Chrissie, I go through, just scan through my day and what tools am I using every day. They're all in there, all of them. And it's not, yes, I've been to quite a number of 7-day events. I've been, I've done this basically every single one of the Access Consciousness classes. And yet the core tools that will change anything in your life are in that 4 days. Of course, plus bars, which you have to have done to be able to do that for 4 days.
What was I going to say to you about the foundation class? So what changed for you when you did your foundation?
Well, I remember sitting in somebody's lounge room with a whole group of other people and being completely gobsmacked that somebody had written down in a manual all the things that I had either cognitively or energetically known should exist.
Yeah.
And it was all there in that class, plus some other weird stuff that I was like, what on earth is that?
Yes, I know what you're talking about. And you know what? And I remember too sitting in somebody else's lounge, and the facilitator was actually Pam Silk. Do you know Pam? And she's over 90 now. And looking at the manual and going, all these processes are about me. They're all for me. They all apply to me.
Down. What needed to change me.
Yeah. And I was hungry for the information. It's amazing information. You're quite right. Those foundational tools you keep on using them. You don't just, because you go to another class, you don't just drop your foundation tools. They are the foundation of your life, really, aren't they?
Well, they are. And the cool thing I love about the foundation is, yes, those tools are are the basics.
Yeah.
What they actually do is they destroy the foundation that you have built as your life. And the cool thing about that is, so often we make our lives this structure that cannot be changed, and that's what the foundation of a house is that footprint that it sits on, and it doesn't change. And if an earthquake comes along and cracks it and breaks it, it destroys the whole house.
Yes.
And Glenn's a concrete constructor, and very, very rarely build houses with foundations these days. What they're building these days is what's called a rib raft floor or a maxi raft floor. Literally, they're like building a raft. You've got big chunks.
Is it like a platform, Michelle?
Pardon?
Is it like a platform?
It is like a platform. Yeah.
Right.
You're building this platform that can move.
Yeah, right. So this,
And, in the Christchurch earthquake, and they went around and looked at all the buildings that actually survived with very little problems, they were all built on this raft system. What if you built your life on a raft, on a platform, rather than building it on a set, structured foundation?
it goes right down into the earth.
So these tools are actually designed to help you break away that foundation and start to build your platform, your raft of your life, which can move, which can shake, which can grow or shrink or whatever you want it to do. But it can move with you as you change as a person. So I just love that these tools can contribute to that, It breaks down the foundation.
And what about, is there any body processes in the foundation class? And I'm laughing because I already know, of course.
You've only been teaching it for how many years?
Yeah.
Yes, there are body processes, and those body processes contribute to that that creation of a new reality. The MTVSS body process. Oh, really? Gary says that if you have it run 20 times,
20 times or 30 times.
20 or 30 times, somewhere in there.
Yes. Yes.
Then it actually redraws the blueprint of your body.
It does, absolutely. And MTVSS is a wonderful process. I'm actually teaching it in a couple of weeks, just as a standalone process, because it's so wonderful to have that process. And I use it for, operations. People have had operations, people have got sore backs. I mean, and then there's a couple of other amazing body processes that are in that class that we're just so lucky.
Yeah. And again, those processes that are in that class are, to me, the basics. They're basic, they're easy to learn, and yet they cover so much, so dynamically.
And they work on the being as well as the body. Isn't that interesting? Because I think when the body needs some, consciousness, the body requires that, and it expands your being when you have these body works done.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing that I love about the access consciousness body processes is that as you run them on someone else, they're running on you. Yeah, gifted.
True story. Yeah.
So those body processes have, before I started doing access consciousness, I was a logical brained pattern follower.
Right.
And these body processes and the other tools in the foundation have created a space where I have actually acknowledged how creative I am.
Wow.
And willing to be that creative energy with other people's bodies. Now, I would never ever have said I was a healer, ever. And I'm not sure I still do. But in my psyche as something that I could do. And yet, since I've done the foundation class, I do create healing in other people's bodies. Not from me doing it to them, but me being the energies that I've learned through the foundation class, and me choosing to create whatever change that they desire to create. So
wow, that's very, very cool. So Michelle and I've got together today. We've had a really great creation conversation. We'd like to let people know that foundation classes are in New Zealand. You actually don't even have to go overseas to come to these foundation classes. and we're both willing to travel, both of us. I've got a foundation class coming up at Easter, but you know what? What else is possible? Let us know if you would like to find out more.
Absolutely. I've got a foundation coming up in Whangarei at Queen's birthday weekend.
Queen's birthday weekend.
Yeah, so that is in June.
That's in June.
Yeah. So
Not far away.
Pardon?
Not far away.
No, not far away at all. So as Chrissie said, we're not the only facilitators here in New Zealand either. There are other facilitators. So jump onto the accessconsciousness.co.nz and check out what classes are available in New Zealand. Also check out who else is a facilitator. Maybe Chrissie and I aren't the ones that read as the dynamic duo or the individuals that you desire to do 4 days.
Come on, Michelle.
But there may be someone else. And hey guys, if you have a group who are interested in doing a foundation in your area, get hold of us.
Yeah.
And you said we're willing to travel. So
we love to travel. We love to meet new crazy people like us. So, we'd like to invite anybody that wants to kind of change their lives to contact us or find out more, whatever. And I'll put some little links somewhere on this video or underneath or somewhere. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening to us.
Absolutely. And what else is possible in your life, your living, and your reality that you haven't chosen before and you get is possible if you were to do a foundation class?
What are the infinite possibilities?
Yummy.
Bye-bye.